Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This, that, this. Okay. Um. All right. I think we should be good. We're good there. Good there. Okay. Ow. Hello? Okay, where was I? Where? Oh. Oh, why is this here? Okay. I think I'm supposed to go up to the rooms. What was it? Volners?
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
I believe so. Hey, what's up, man? Just trying to gather these artifacts together because we found this like contraption in that crypt with the sword pulling and all that stuff. There's a contraption down there that apparently requires a bunch of items that you have to gather, and that's how you unlock it. I think you missed a good bit. Like, I'm not sure if you were here for when we, had the meeting together with all the head honchos. And basically we're trying to get Spain to give France Louisiana, and then eventually
Lord Mortimer had on the wall.
convince France to sell Louisiana to the United States, so we can make the United States like a giant continent, I guess. To the Louisiana Purchase, essentially. I thought I saw, is that it? No, that's it.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Hey. All right, so the nails, I remember where those were. All right, now I have to go back to that room upstairs behind that painting. And this dude's mom is convinced that Mortimer is a demon for some reason.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Yes. Nine one. So these are where the nails were. I remember when we were investigating this place, there were those random ass nails in that little cup on that desk.
Of course.
And the mom is convinced because he has all this shit in here scattered across all these different times with all these treaties and all these little things written in his handwriting over the course of a couple hundred years, that the dude is like an immortal or some shit. I don't know.
Those are the nails I was looking for.
Oh, take them. Go. Right.
All right,
Exit.
come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
At least he tells me. Oh, well, that was nice. All right, there was. Oh, damn. There was a, what's it called? I think it was back in here. I know Washington wanted to meet up, but I forgot where. I don't remember the name of it. I think that's it, actually, the tower room. Okay. Tower room is shit. To my... This one. One door off.
Louis, glad you're here.
There we go.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to
Damn,
speak
why
to
is
me
this
about
so
what happened
dark?
between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters. Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing
and
styles.
that lady
The rest of the correspondence between
that's
my
here,
mother
she
and
is a
Emma.
twin
Someone
sister,
tried to burn an exchange of messages.
and the
There
one
must
that
be
I've been
more.
talking with this whole time
What on
ended
earth
up
is he
shooting the
doing?
other one in the face. Oh shit! I don't. That's
If
the
you
only
want
one I
my
have.
opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
Man, why is it
He won't
so
let go.
dark?
He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
Do I need to keep talking to him, or? I thought the Gutenberg Bible was right here.
The Bible's still there.
Okay.
Chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Music swelling. Okay. Alright, so now I think I gotta go back to my mom. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to... Yes. Cool. Let me check one more thing. I remember his mom said something about a manuscript. Oh, well, too late for that, I guess. Alright, so now I gotta go back to that garden, go downstairs where my armless mom is chilling. It's because she stuck her hand in that mechanism that I'm collecting all these objects for. And I guess if you stick your arm in there prematurely, it chops it off. So she literally is missing like her from her elbow down. So apparently what's behind it is the device we need to apparently kill this demon. Do you remember when we were going through that family tree, that book or whatever? It was talking about like only sons over the course of like several generations. Apparently it's because it's just been the same guy, just kind of, I'm not sure the right word is, but basically just saying it's basically all those sons being born is actually just that guy being born generation after generation. Something like that. I don't know. All right, so me mama and her damn missing arm.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
You have to put the nails on the disc. Ask her what she chose.
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really
Yikes.
thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses.
Oh. 30 minus 30. 8. 9. This on.
And the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
I'm not gonna mess with that shit. Let me just go to here. The cross goes there. Okay. This is lit up for a reason, right?
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
The hide interface? Oh. Not really sure.
The fresco
Analyze.
clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
Huh.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N, R.
So when I hear of... When I think of Christ, I think of the nails.
Initials INRI
Yeah.
that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion.
So insert. Ooh. Shit. This I don't know. The cross. Sarah's note. Mortimer took it back, hidden in his desk room. Can I leave? I don't think I have, because there's some question marks here. An armor sphere, Sarah's note, secret room, the portrait gallery, used by Emma in the tower room. Mortimer took it back, hidden in his desk. Does it let me leave? Is that a thing? Let's see. I think there's a few more things I have to gather when it comes to notes and stuff. I can literally put those nails in wherever and it doesn't help me. So let me go back. What's the quickest way? What is this? here? Yeah. Let me go back up to let's see. Unless I'm wrong, I don't know. Can I go in here? Let's see. Is there anything new? Unless I'm wrong, unless I have everything I need, I just don't know how to.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Ah, why is my controller bugging out? There we go.
My dear John.
I've already read that. That's from John Adams or whoever. Let me leave out here. Ow. Lock. This is Piaggi's room, actually. I don't think I've been here before.
It's Cardinal Piaggi.
Ooh. It is unlocked. Have I been here before?
I have no time to lose, so I might as well not bother him. My dear Giuseppe.
Oh, is it because I started already?
Love Triumphant by Caravaggio. Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery.
Amber crystals.
Amber crystals. Nice. Can I talk to him?
I have no time to lose, so I might as well not bother him.
Fuck. I think it's because I started that mission already. I really don't think that's my room. I mean, I guess I just have everything I need. I remember they were talking about a manuscript in Mortimer's room, but I guess I'm screwed. So let me consult the Bible, consult all that stuff, and see if I can figure out where to place the nails. That sucks. Well, that was a waste of time. It just threw me off when it was talking about Sarah's note, question mark. Like I was missing information. Maybe that was just information on how to find the items and not to solve the puzzle. Well, I'm back. I just have a feeling I'm missing something.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category. Clearly,
Okay.
we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals. These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus. For example, Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ.
Okay. So...
Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes.
Okay.
Chapter 5, verse 2. Now, there is at Jerusalem, by the sheep market, a pool, which is called, in the Hebrew tongue, Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath.
So...
Chapter 5, verse 2.
So
Jesus
it has to
cures the sick and
be
lame on the 8th of Adar,
about the death
3791,
of
in
Jesus?
Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes.
So what does that have anything to do with here? So Bethesda... Let me see. You have Bethesda, Abu Ghosh, Jordan, Jerusalem, Nazareth. Oh, I see. Okay. So Bethesda is just a... Okay. But does that mean Bethesda is all of here? Let me check out Bethlehem then. This is gonna be tedious as shit.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified.
That might
on
be
the 8th
it.
of Nisan,
XIX right there at
3793,
1 o'clock.
in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put
It's
a crown
literally
of thorns
talking
on his head.
about this is literally talking about his crucifixion. All right, so let me put one here. Towns. Let's do next. Nazareth.
Chapter 7, verse 11.
9.
Jesus went to Nain.
How does that even mean?
Chapter 7, verse 11. And it came to pass the day after that he went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and many people.
So
Chapter 7, verse
Shit.
11. And it came to
Thought that was
pass
to go
the
back.
day after that he went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and many people. Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791.
That can't
in
be it.
Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes.
I feel like I already read that. Towns. Theme.
Chapter 19, verse 17.
Fuck.
Jesus
Wait.
was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3700.
Verse 17. There's a 17 right there.
The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
There's no way it would be that simple. There's no way. They're gonna throw out the XXIX and then 7, or the XIX and 17 just because it relates to crucifixion. So where was he crucified? Is that something? I mean, I'm not really.
Chapter
Who's
3,
Abu
verse
Ghosh?
18. Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 3, verse 18. He that believeth in him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
No, I think those two are right. It's the last one I'm not.
Chapter 5, verse 2.
I don't think I got
Jesus
the
cures sick and
Gutenberg
lame
one.
on 8th of Adar, 3791 in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes.
Doesn't sound
Chapter
like
5,
death.
Verse 2. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue
This
Bethesda,
doesn't sound
having
right.
5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of the blind, halting, and withered, waiting.
I think the
for
first
moving
two
of
are
the
right.
water. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked.
Yeah, see,
And on the
none
same
of these
day
have to
was
do
the
with his crucifixion or
Chapter 2, verse
his
6.
death.
Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem. Chapter 2, verse 6. And so it was that, while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn
So it seems
son,
like
and wrapped
one
him in swaddling
is
clothes, and laid him in a
Roman
manger,
numeral, one
because
is
there
the
was no
Arabic,
room
and
for
then
them
one's going
in
to be
the
a
inn.
place.
And there were
So,
in the same country shepherds
I know what I'm gonna
abiding
do.
in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the
I know
angel
what
of
I'm
the
gonna
Lord
do.
came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them.
I'm just going
and
to try
they were
all the
sore
cities and see if that works. Makes sense to me. Do this one.
Cross is stuck in the mechanism. I can't do anything.
So is there like a switch I'm supposed to pull? Oh, what is this?
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Oh. So is it literally just as easy as me doing this? Shit. Oh.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to... No, Given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood.
Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection. The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one. Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ. The red herring that my mother followed. Then, the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far.
Come on, you
Nevertheless,
useless
these
hag.
icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Put in your hand. So this thing has to do with something, right?
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states. Waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous,
Okay.
full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Eighth of Ramadan, 553, waxing crescent. 7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
I'm not sure what any of that means.
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Is anything even moving?
6th of Layar, 3789, waxing crescent.
I don't understand. What does this thing do?
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme.
Shit.
According to the architect's notes in the armillary sphere, the moon during the crucifixion was a first quarter. That's the one with its left half in the light.
Manipulate? So am I supposed to line it up with... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793,
8th of
in a place near
Nisan.
Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Ah. Okay, okay. So, Crown of Thorns is this one. So, the place near Jerusalem, which is this Golgotha. Okay, let me hear that passage again. It said something about eight.
Chapter 19,
crucifixion,
verse 17.
which means
Jesus
it would be
was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
8th of Nisan. 8th of Nisan, 3793.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. So this thing, now I gotta figure out the Nissan, whatever it was called. Shaban. Oh, none of these are Nissan. The closest one
6th
is
of
this.
Iyar, 3789, waxing crescent.
Hmm. Let me listen to... because they all had different... so this top one was the icons. Let's
This
do the
wheel contains several
dates.
symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these
Okay.
symbols must represent a specific date. This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, well, it's often associated with something harmful.
Let me... I gotta do a little bit more investigating. Oh, this is annoying.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762.
What the fuck
in the
is
village of
Taveth?
Chapter
20
verse 6.
second
And so it was that while they were there,
Taveth.
the days were accomplished that she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field,
What?
keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them.
It's a long
and
one.
They were sore afraid.
So... why does this take so long? Okay. Is there a Taveth here? I don't know what this sphere means.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last
Okay.
quarter, waning crescent.
I really
and
wish I
the cycle starts
could skip
over
this.
with the full shadowed new moon.
Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852.
9th of Hesvan.
Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him.
Doesn't help me at all. I remember he said... What did you got to say?
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand.
Okay. I already
felt
know this.
something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand.
Either Bethlehem
I really
is
thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I
Come
had
on,
made some
game. Can I
unfortunate
please
choices,
skip this shit?
I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
It sounds like Bethlehem. This is dope, but the thing I'm trying to remember, because I don't. He talked about 3 different things. It was the crucifixion.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon. The totally black moon corresponds to the new moon, so, going clockwise, we have the waning crescent, the last quarter, the waning gibbous, the full moon, the waxing gibbous, the first quarter, and lastly, the waxing crescent.
That doesn't fucking help me at all.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
This is what I was looking for. Jeez.
These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus. For
Life
example,
and death.
Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ.
Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals.
No, this isn't.
There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
This is
Look at
not.
this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So
He talked
I have to
about
link the
3
name of
things
the town from
earlier.
the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally the date to the moon.
Fuck. It doesn't help me. So he talked about the supper. I remember that specifically.
Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem.
I really don't know.
Chapter 14, verse 22. And as they did eat, Jesus took bread and blessed and broke it, and gave to them and said, "Take, eat. This is my body." And he took the cup, and when he'd given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it.
That doesn't help me at all.
Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Taveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of
Okay,
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Chapter 2,
Please give me
Verse
a
6.
date.
And so it was that While they were there,
April,
the days were
May,
accomplished that
June.
she should be delivered of a child. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about
It
them.
has to be
and they
Bethlehem.
were sore afraid.
I just don't know what to correspond it with. And every time I go to this stupid thing, it doesn't... Like, I haven't seen any of these numbers anywhere.
8th of Ramadan, 553, waxing crescent.
And what the hell does a waxing crescent look like?
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme.
I'm gonna waste it. I don't know what to
By
do.
following the clues in the Bibles and the architect's notes, the crucifixion took place on the 8th of Nisan 3793, according to the astronomers of that time. That would correspond to March 26th in the year 33 on a modern calendar.
March 26th.
To follow the crucifixion theme, I should select the crown of thorns. According to the architect's notes in the armillary sphere, the moon during the crucifixion was a first quarter. That's the one with its left half in the light.
Okay, so based on all that, he said 26th of March. And then he said, this one. Right? Oh, wait. The 26th of March is matched up with the thorns. I thought he said it was a quarter moon, right?
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme. According to the architect's notes in the armillary sphere, the moon during the crucifixion was a first quarter. That's the one with its left half in the light.
I mean, that's what I have now, right? That's what I have now.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck. I never doubted you, my son.
Man, I had to waste all those Camelite things or whatever. Yeah, royalty-free music is awful. Okay.
It's that
Back to
Mr.
it.
Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Is it waiting on me? No.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around.
Oh.
Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
A 0.
Yes. The centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off
What?
this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Okay. So, is there... Oh, what the fuck? That's how they do it?
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The Gospel of St. John is the most detailed on the subject of the crucifixion.
When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe.
A shimmering lance? What is this telling me? Medieval Hermetic traditions evoke the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
Okay.
The name of the Roman soldier who killed Christ never appears in the biblical canon. Yet, it is said that he was a centurion and was called Longinus.
All right, now I gotta talk to Piaggi. Well, actually, before I do that, let me investigate this crypt. What the fuck? That's so weird how they do that. This is gonna be like, it's gonna be like fuck, Indiana Jones. What is it gonna be like? A shitload of lances I gotta choose from.
Flavius Aetius. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
Why didn't he give me the same choice over here? Weird. Unless the lance is in one of these coffins or sarcophaguses or whatever they're called. Let's see. Not taking anything.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name.
I already did that.
What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
All right. This place is fucking huge. Huge. Oh, there's another one here. See, how did I know that there's going to be more than one to choose from? All right, let me go talk to Piaggi, and because this is a little overwhelming here. I mean, I could run around and see.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon.
I'm not gonna waste the point. All right, let me go talk to Piaggi. I'm not gonna run around this place. It's freaking massive. Question is, where is Piaggi? Ooh, there's a guy there. Maybe he knows.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Yeah, Dick. Maybe he's in his room.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
So he's in the dining room.
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you.
I think I already did a bunch of... I don't understand why it like stops working sometimes. All right, to the dining room, yeah. I kind of want to play on mouse and keyboard again. Dining room, dining room. Oh, that's clearly not it. Ah. Alright. Now. It's just the game. I thought it was the controller that was doing that. But like the game like stops responding sometimes. That's so weird. Okay.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
What the hell?
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Jeez.
No, I was wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis. It's even worse than I thought. I believe you when you say you've only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me, you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know.
And?
You are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No.
No?
You are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me, you can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She too spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus. You deserve to be told. His spear-headed
Thanks.
lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
Oh yeah.
You are welcome.
I saw that one that was
Careful.
covered.
You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Cool. Shape of a boar spear. I don't even know what that means.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Hmm. I want to talk with Washington. That's the question. I mean, I guess.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
All right. To von Volna's room. Ooh.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
All right. Screw that.
Decorum guide.
This one. I always forget ya.
Monsieur Johann von Volna. It seems like he isn't here. Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature, though, and leave as
Azif, planned,
I don't think I have any more Carmelite water. Damn.
It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Volner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room. What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Hmm. Only costs
Yes.
one.
It's definitely a drawing of the Lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of
Fuck,
Al-Azif.
I know. Damn it.
What you recovered for me, it must be about the Al-Azif. Volner told me that he had managed to find it.
Hmm. I'm not gonna waste that.
Table of
Fuck.
alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
I really don't
What a
know.
mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted.
It costs 5. I don't have that kind of.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
Oh. I don't know. I really don't know.
Think, Louis. I know for sure that lime water neutralizes chemical actions, but doesn't work on ink. I must find something else.
mother taught me a thing or two on the subject, and this name reminds me of something. Let's just see how good my memory is. Damn! It's diluted the ink. Now it's illegible. Right. It's not my lucky day.
Fuck.
So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase. A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah, what have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion. Truly, Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance. I'd better keep this one, though.
Richet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
No, it's... what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to, exactly?
No, Oh, fine. Yes. We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
Maybe.
I'm not looking for the lances of Longinus von Volner. I'm looking for the lance of Longinus. The one that pierced Christ's side.
You are playing with fire.
Don't take it the wrong way. I'll leave you all the copies. Don't worry about that.
Good answer. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking
Yeah?
for it?
I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? All right, calm down. I don't give a damn about getting you and Sir Gregory's bad books. Look at yourself, goddammit, you're ridiculous.
Shut it! Don't think you're going to fool me so easily. If you're not looking for the lance for Sir Gregory, then why do you want it?
But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What? What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I failed, I would look like a beginner.
I understand, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
That is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis. Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later. I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish. Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus.
Damn, I am
How can I
out
find out
of
if this is an exact
the
representation?
jellies.
There's no way of being certain of it.
Friggin' A. This really sucks.
It's too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has
I'm
no
screwed.
interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see. Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look.
I have nothing available. Like, this is bad.
Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance, and there's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No, if Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
So it doesn't do anything else. Nice. I really needed that.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Thought he said he was going to be here. Or was it his balcony, maybe?
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Let's have a look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church. All those hours of learning Latin declensions are going to pay off in the end. Mother will be proud. Now this could be interesting. Let's say a sancte, various representation criteria, of which
Yeah,
are
maybe
shown
that
most common
Carmelite
throughout
water
the centuries,
bad.
and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear, and that should help me identify it.
I think that should be it now,
The
right?
Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
I mean, I don't know what else, what other clues I could possibly come up with now. Is this the right one? Well, since I'm here, might as well make the trip. All right, wish me luck.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. Clemens III. Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? That was the Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. The stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Hmm.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
For you. Alright, this path lead to nowhere. Wait. Oh.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
Doesn't sound right. Thought I had the... I thought it's spear shaped with a fish on it. Did I check over here already?
Oh, fragment of amber.
So that is not it. So it said spear shape with a fish on it. I'm pretty sure. Peggy's nose. I learned that it was shaped like a spear. The fish on the tip. Okay. Oh. Literally just laying around?
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
That is not it, yeah. It looks like I really gotta look around for these things. They're just laying on the damn floor. See?
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is an iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
No. Nothing there. I already read this one. Ooh.
We can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Now, I'm pretty sure they said that it wouldn't be... is copper rimmed. I can really tell this is not it.
You can see that this lance has a leaf shape. And, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
That's not it. Maybe this is it.
I
can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is
No.
partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Shit. Ooh. Look at this one. This might be it.
This lance has a spear shape, it's copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
That's it. That has to be it.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Okay. I think I investigated everything,
Lord
right?
Mortimer.
I already did this. Let's see. I don't know if I have enough points and shit for
The
this.
sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
I'm all out of points. I'm all out of chamomile water. I mean, I guess I could take all the jelly that I have. I think I have 5 now, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know I was supposed to investigate them all. Whoops.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
All right, that's gonna be it for me. All right, so that was quest 10 and 11. Let's see. Just got here. Yeah, and I've time for me to go to bed. I was playing this game, The Council. It kind of reminds me of it's kind of like the Illuminati, I guess. It's like this guy who's super powerful brings all these like world leaders together, and basically it's push and pull. Like they convince that world leader he must give up this plot of land, or you gotta assassinate that world leader so this person can go into power. And it's actually super interesting. It's kind of a puzzle type game and stuff like that, but it's really fun. I mean, I'm already, I don't even know, 12 hours into the game. I just started episode 4 out of 5. So anyways, I'll be on tomorrow, probably around the same time, 8 or 9 Eastern time probably. But yeah, hope y'all have a wonderful night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, bye. Yeah, man, it's awesome.